station. Red shots. God damn. Bullshit, bullshit. Okay, dude.
All right, hello and welcome everyone. I think the camera's a little bit low. No, it's a little bit high. Whatever. Hello and welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, November 2nd, 2014. Yes, if you can believe it, it's freaking November. I know time flies. I still feel like I'm back in April when I came out here first to start looking for houses. Seriously, like I cannot believe that it's November and we're reaching very closely the end of 2014, excuse me. And this week is going to be the beginning of the pretty craziness that is going to be the next several weeks into the end of the year, meaning that we're going to have lots of big new releases coming out. We're going to have lots of stuff going on that I know there's no way I'm going to be able to cover even when it comes out new, because there's just so many games coming out pretty soon that there's no way I'll be able to finish them all in 1 week or in time to start the next one, okay? But I digress. What I want to do in this Weekend Preview is I want to very briefly want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing this past week and how it's going to lead into this week, because this is a little bit different, and we had a few things this week that we weren't really expecting. Let's put it that way. So when we started this week off, we were expecting to be playing Sunset Overdrive and Lords of the Fallen all week long, and hopefully by the end of this week I was going to be able to finish one or both of the games, get the reviews out, because we all know that the impending release of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is coming, and that we all wanted to not have things lingering by the time that that game came out. Things unfortunately didn't work out too well in that regard for multiple reasons. Number one, as I started playing both games, basically consensus group feedback was these games aren't very good. Like they're both very disappointing compared to what people were maybe expecting of them. And after playing them for 2 days, people were already bored of them. And it just so happened by complete chance and luck that Machinima contacted me and said, would you like to be in the alpha for Evolve, which is going to be going on starting this Thursday and going on over the course of the weekend on the Xbox One? And I said, absolutely, I would love to be in the alpha for Evolve. At the same time that happened, I got an email saying, you pre-ordered the PS4 version of Evolve. Well, we're offering you free access to the alpha this coming weekend as well. And I was like, whoa, like double access, that's pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm going to need it on both consoles, so let's see what happens. So incidentally, after playing both Sunset Overdrive and Lords of the Fallen for 2 days, people were starting to get bored of it. I played the Evolve Alpha on Thursday, and people loved it. People were like, this is unique, it's different, it looks fun. As long as basically it doesn't get repetitive within the first couple of hours, it may be pretty good. And I really liked it. I thought it was something different. It was a breath of fresh air. I definitely enjoyed playing it. And obviously, you know, that was footage that I put out on DSP Gaming, my YouTube channel, that people weren't exactly expecting because I didn't know I was going to be able to be in that this week. Hate Live this week was great as well. We had a huge segment regarding all the controversy surrounding a few different things in the gaming world, and in particular, we had a back in the day segment about 80s and 90s advertising, because now is the time of the year where we start talking about going to retail and buying the hell out of stuff. So I thought it was perfectly timed. A lot of people gave me positive feedback on that and said it was a great segment. Please continue it, because I really didn't even finish. I kind of just had to stop because I ran out of time, okay? And then I continued on playing Lords of the Fallen, only to find out the game is a horrendously buggy mess. I had literally like 7 to 8 bugs that were just so game-fucking within the first few hours of gameplay that I had enough. And I said, I'm not playing this piece of shit anymore. Instead, I'm going to make a montage, parody, / satire video about this game being so good when really it's so bad, and I'll just show all the bugs that happen. So I actually, for once, canceled the stream and did a highly edited video where I basically presented how buggy and glitchy this game was. As of right now, I believe it has around 15,000 views. It's only been live for about 2 days. It would be nice if people really like that video, if you could spread the word about it, because the bottom line is I could do that thing on a consistent basis, but it's going to sacrifice gameplay. I had to sacrifice a stream to do it. And if people are really liking it and they want to see me continue doing it, I could do it, but it has to be a trade-off where, okay, it gets enough attention to make up for me not playing a gameplay stream. So if you liked it, definitely spread the word about it. If you didn't like it, well, I'm sorry. If you didn't watch it yet, you got to check it out. People are saying it's really good. It's some of the best stuff that I've done in years, so definitely check out that video, okay? So, Saturday, I went back to Sunset Overdrive for a stream, and it ended up almost finishing. I'm apparently very close to the end of the game. And today I did a final Evolve Alpha stream, where I actually played the Evolve Alpha one last time. I tried really hard to unlock stuff, but unfortunately it seems like it takes a ton of time to unlock the stuff in the Alpha. And the Alpha ends today on Xbox One, so that's it for that. Those videos are now live on DSP Gaming as well, okay? So the reason I'm going over all this is because a lot of that wasn't in the schedule. The fact of me canceling Lords of the Fallen and doing that montage was never planned. The Evolve Alpha was never planned, so I just wanted to let anyone know who maybe didn't check out my content this week. They watched the weekend preview last week and thought, oh, that's not interesting. I'll just come back next week and see what he's up to. I wanted to let you know there were some different things that I did during the course of the week. And no, this is not a product placement. I just realized that this is on camera. Let me try to get out of the camera here. It's not, I can't really fit it. There we go. All right. So, the first thing I want to do, before we even get into what's coming this week, which I know everyone's like, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. How's it covered in Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty? I'm going to give away 4 codes to get into the PlayStation 4 version of the Evolve Alpha, which launched today and ends at the end of Tuesday. So you basically have tonight and then all Monday and all Tuesday to play in this Alpha. And I don't need it because I played the Alpha for 2 days and I'm pretty much done with my gameplay of Evolve, okay? So here we go. Without further ado, let me get into my emails here. Here they are. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, here you go. If you own a PlayStation 4, you won't be playing Call of Duty over the next couple of days. You might want to try out the Evolve Alpha. Here we go. The first code is 6AH9-3DND-E9HM. The second code is 6AH9-HDN6-J965. The third code is 6AHD-DRNP-RRK7. And now the fourth and final code is 6AHE-6KN5-BCM5. Tonight's winning lotto numbers are 4, 27. No, I'm kidding. So, there you go. Hopefully, a few people just got those codes. You guys will get to enjoy the Evolve Alpha because I don't need them. You know, and I'm not greedy. I'm not going to hoard them. I'm going to give them away. So, there you go, everybody. Okay. So, that's it for this past week, okay? If you want my final verdict on Evolve based off of the Alpha, watch the last video that I put out of it today. I actually put my verdict of it into that so that you can know what I really feel overall of the Alpha after playing it a couple times, okay? This week is Call of Duty week, ladies and gentlemen. This week is basically the week where everyone's just going to be playing Call of Duty like crazy. We all know this. You know, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare still, even though it is dying out and people are losing the hype factor behind it, still one of the highest selling games of the year and probably still the most selling continual annual game every year, blowing out a lot of other things, including sports games and other stuff that you wouldn't even realize, yeah, that's right, Call of Duty beats these guys every year. Ghosts was terrible. Call of Duty Ghosts last year was a horrible atrocity. The game went the wrong direction. The multiplayer was god-awful. There were spawns that were terrible. The whole game was just shit. The campaign was okay, but everything else was garbage. I'm really hoping this year that they did something different. Keep in mind, it is the other studio this year. Alright? They alternate every other year. It's the other studio's turn. So let's hope that they learn from last year that the game's better than last year at least. Alright? Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Phil, it's crazy this year. It doesn't even make sense. Some people are getting the game a day ahead of time. Some people are playing the game at 9 p.m. the day before the day ahead of time. Some people have been playing the game all day today. How did they fucking get it? Twitch TV has been streaming it all day. What is going on with this game? The bottom line is this, everyone. The launch of this game is incredibly confusing because originally it was supposed to be only people who pre-ordered at GameStop get to play the game on Monday this year. All of a sudden, then it changed to, oh, well, also Best Buy, even though it was supposed to only be GameStop. Then all of a sudden, it was announced that Twitch TV was going to have people streaming this game all day on Sunday, even though no one's supposed to legally have it yet. Then all of a sudden, it was announced, oh, well, GameStop and Best Buy will now be letting everyone go in at 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 midnight Eastern to get the game. It doesn't make any sense. It's the most fucking butt-fucked launch ever. Like, how would you know when you can play this fucking game? Nobody. It's so stupid and confusing. Okay. Okay. So, let's talk. How am I covering Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? I'm doing it differently this year. First of all, I am not attending a midnight release. Sorry, anyone who wanted to see me play this game in the middle of the night, it's not happening. I would much rather get some nice rest tonight, wake up tomorrow bright and early, feel refreshed. Oh, let's go get the game, go out to GameStop, pick up the game, come home, and immediately boot it up and be able to play it and feel refreshed to play it all day rather than feeling, oh, I'm so fucking tired. Previous years, I did do midnight release, but I did midnight release and then I would play the campaign of the game. This year, I'm not doing that. In fact, this year, I'm completely flip-flopping the way that I cover the game. I'm going to be getting the game in the morning. By the way, I am getting the PlayStation 4 version of the game, okay? And then I'm going to be doing multiplayer. I'm going to attempt to be doing multiplayer of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare all day Monday. Both the streams, marathon coverage, 60 frames per second coverage. Yes, I'm going to be live streaming and recording at 60 frames per second. So you guys are going to see the full quality visuals of what Call of Duty Advanced Warfare looks like on this new generation of consoles, okay? That's going to be Monday, and I'm going to try all game modes. I'm going to probably spend an hour in deathmatch, an hour in team deathmatch, an hour in domination. You know what I mean? Like, try to rotate around all the different game modes, unlock stuff, try to unlock weapons and stuff as a marathon on Monday. And I never do this. I never do this. I always do the campaign first, but I've decided that I'm going to be doing this differently this year, all right? Based off of fan feedback, based off of what I feel like doing. Now, if in the event of the emergency that PlayStation Network doesn't fucking work, which is very possible on launch day for Call of Duty, then we will do the campaign, and I'm okay with that. Uh-oh, PlayStation Network's not down. I mean, down, we can't play online. All right, let's start the campaign then, all right? But I'm hoping that the PSN holds out and we're actually able to play the game online, considering that PSN is now a paid service, not a service that's free, and that always used to be Sony's excuse. Oh, well, it's free, you know. No. It should work. It's an online service. It should fucking work regardless if it's free or not. Well, now I'm paying for it, so it better work. Okay? So, that's going to be tomorrow. Okay? Obviously, all that footage will be recorded, and I'll probably upload a shitload of that to DSP Gaming tomorrow, so everyone can get a good view of the 1080p, 60 frames per second goodness, and also see if the game is any good. Tuesday, if everything goes according to plan on Monday, on Tuesday, I will be starting the campaign of Call of Duty. And then directly dependent upon fan requests. Like if everyone says, wow, Phil, you played the game all day Monday and we loved it. We'd love to see you play it again on Tuesday online. But obviously, I want to start the campaign. Maybe what I'll do is the campaign will be first stream and then the second stream will be multiplayer, okay? My goal this week is basically to play Call of Duty as much as people want. If you want to see me play more of it and I'm loving it, then let's keep going, right? But if after a day or two people are burnt out, man, I really wish Phil would do something different for variety's sake, I'll switch it up. And the good news is that I have things to switch it up with. We actually have the conclusion of Sunset Overdrive on the horizon. Apparently, I only have a couple hours left in that game, if that. And then after that, I could review that game, because I am dying to actually review Sunset Overdrive. Being that it's an Xbox One exclusive game, and it's a lot of stuff that I actually have to say about it. So we could do that and pair that with Call of Duty. I actually have Parasite Eve, which 2 weeks ago I stopped playing because of personal reasons. I didn't have enough time to play it that I wanted. Now I could jump back into Parasite Eve. We've got Tales of Exilia 2. If in the case that I finish all that stuff, we could go back all the way back to Tales of Exilia 2 and continue that game. This week I am doing Hate Live, okay? Hate Live is happening this week, and it's going to be basically, again, all the gaming news. I'll talk about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and what I really think about the game after a couple days of gameplay. There is going to be a new Back in the Day segment, and it is going to actually be part 2 of last week's advertisements of the 80s and 90s. And keep in mind that this is the last Hate Live in the foreseeable future, because in the next several weeks we've got so many effing game releases that there's no way I know I could do it. And then at the end of the month, what I have planned is Ask the King Special Thanksgiving Edition. So really, the next time I'll even get to do a Hate Live is the first week of December, if I even do it then. We do have potential that there will be a special guest on Hate Live this week, but I'm not promising anything because it is still kind of 50-50 up in the air, and I don't want to get anyone's hopes up for anything. So there's a possibility of a special guest on Hate Live, but if it doesn't happen, it'll just be a normal episode, okay? Outside of all that, I just want to remind everyone that the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway is still happening. Okay, it is still going down right now, and there's going to be another 3 weeks. So this Friday, the Friday after, and then the end of the month, that's going to be it for the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway for this year. So we've got 2 more weeks of new giveaways, and then the final week, I think everyone already knows, is going to be my old Nintendo 3DS that I don't need anymore because I got a new one in order to capture gameplay for the streams. and that is going to be given out at the end of the month, the very last week. So if you're interested in winning that 3DS, you're going to want to be around near the end of the month for the giveaway, okay? Outside of all that, there's always the possibility that there's other stuff that may be happening. There may be a special vlog where I cover something that normally I wouldn't. I actually would like to do a hamster vlog because some things have changed with the hamsters, if you can believe it, that you will not believe, because things have actually changed significantly with the hamsters, and I want to share that with you guys. Although, I'll be honest, not a lot of people really care, but for those that do care, I think that you would like to see that. I'm going to try to do another DSP Tries It this week, but I'm not sure what it's going to be, simply because there's really nothing going on with fast food right now. I actually checked around all the fast food in this area, and no one's really offering any new products that I haven't covered recently. It's been so good because I've been covering Arby's, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you know, drinks that have been coming out new, like Gamer Fuel. There's been a lot of stuff, and I've covered it all, and at this point, there's really nothing new to try, and I'm wondering if I should try to do something different for DSP Tries It this week or not. I'm not sure, okay? Okay. In addition to all of that, the one thing that I want to tell everyone, because people ask me this shit all the time, and they ask me to play games and stuff that I don't even have anymore. And what I want to do is let you know that tomorrow, when I do pick up Call of Duty in the morning, I'm going to be trading in a significant amount of games, which I'm going to show you right now, so you know that I traded them in. Okay, so here we go. Let me grab them. The stack is right here. Okay. So the games that I'm definitely going to be trading in tomorrow, some of which probably literally have zero retail value left. Grand Theft Auto 5, okay, which I've had since last year, and I don't need it anymore, and I have no desire to ever play it again. If I do play it again, I'll probably get the HD remake version, right? That's going to have all the extra, really doesn't have any extra content, on the next-gen systems, and I won't play this version again. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is one I'm trading in. I'll probably get $2 for it. WWE 2K14, this one's a no-brainer. In a couple of weeks, I'm getting the version on PS4 that's going to replace this, so there's no reason for me to keep this. This is probably worth like $2. Super Mario 3D World, after holding on to this game for literally an extra year, just in case John and I ever wanted to go back to it to finish those secret, you know, missions at the end of the game, we never really got back to it. And John really was never interested in going back to it, quite honestly. I asked him a few times, do you think we should go back? And he was like, I don't really feel it. So I am finally trading in Super Mario 3D World. Making sure the discs are in here as I do this. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, a game that I very much enjoyed. A game that was temporarily an Xbox One exclusive. It's actually a sleeper hit. It's pretty cheap right now if you actually wanted to pick this up. I'm sure I'll probably get $2 for the trade-in, but I'm not going to be playing this anymore, so... Alien Isolation, one of my favorite games of the year so far, no lie. I actually liked it that much for survival horror. The only DLCs that are coming out for it that I haven't played, because I played all the ones that came with it, are survival maps, meaning it's an optional spin-off map. It has nothing to do with the plot of the game at all. It's not story-based. It's just going to be survival mode content, and I have no desire to play that, so I'm going to be trading in Alien Isolation, okay? And then last but certainly not least, I don't know why people are saying no in the stream chat. There's no further content for the game. Why would I fucking keep it? People in the stream chat are saying no, like Darth Vader. No, why? There's nothing else coming for it. And then last but certainly not least, a game that was kind of a, I'll be honest, it was kind of a thing that I didn't know if it was going to be very popular or catch on, because all the sports games that I've been playing this year, with very few exceptions, really did not catch on. In this case, it caught on temporarily for the wrong reasons, and then after that, it fizzled completely out. Ladies and gentlemen, NBA 2K15 for the PS4. And I know, listen, last year I played NBA 2K14. I played it on PS4, okay? We did it with a campaign that normally wasn't in the game, career mode. It was funny. I had never played an NBA 2K game seriously, so trying to learn it was funny. And it carried us a few months, actually. It really did carry us a few months where we played that game. I remember it had over 100 parts. Here's what happened at this point. Basically, I played the game. I tried to do the face scan. The face scan didn't work. That became viral, and everyone loved seeing me flip out at the fucking face scan technology that doesn't work. I played through the campaign a little bit, only to find out that because I played the game offline because the 2K servers were down, I had to restart my campaign to get the points that I needed to upgrade my character. So then I had to do the face scan again, which again didn't work, which again went viral, and it got tons of views because it was me flipping out. And then when I finally went back to play the game seriously, no one really gave a crap. The views on the streams were terrible, and the views on the videos, people were like, we don't care about the gameplay, we had fun watching you, you know, basically flip out at the face scan, and that was it. So night and day from last year. Last year it was like people loved to see me play this. This year it was like, it's more of the same. It's boring. We want to see, you know, the reason we liked it last year is because it was the first time you'd played NBA 2K seriously. It was on PS4 for the first time. It had a campaign. We don't really care anymore. So if that's the case, well, the bottom line is this game, if I trade it in this week, I get $40 for it. It's guaranteed at GameStop, guaranteed $40 trade-in value if I trade it in this week. After that, it could drop significantly to like $20 or less. So there's no way I'm going to hold on to this game when really there didn't seem to be any continuing interest, and I could get a bunch of money back for it. So that's going back to GameStop tomorrow, okay? So here you go. These are the games that I'm trading in tomorrow. Oh, the glare's terrible. Here we go. The glare's still terrible. There we go. These are the games that I'm trading in tomorrow at GameStop. Please do not ask me in the future to play any of these games. I guess the only exception would be Grand Theft Auto if you want to see me play it on the next gen of console, the upgraded version. But don't ask to see me play it on 360 again, alright? All that is going away. Okay. So, let's very quickly, very quickly review what is coming this week. Starting tomorrow, Grand Theft Auto. Starting tomorrow, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4. I want to do a marathon of online gameplay. I don't know if it's going to work. I have to see how the PlayStation Network servers hold up. If it works well, oh, amazing. A full day of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4, full 1080p, full 60 frames per second. We'll be going live both here on Twitch TV and on YouTube, so you'll be able to find it either place, all right? Tuesday, I'll actually be starting the next day. I'm sorry, I get distracted by idiots in the stream chat that I'm now going to get rid of, so that I can actually fucking pay attention. I hate when that shit. I shouldn't have looked because there's some idiot. This is why people say you're a piece of shit. Because I'm trading games in? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Tuesday, I'll be starting the campaign. And I'll either do the campaign and more multiplayer, or I'll do the campaign and maybe continue Sunset Overdrive. And the rest of the week will be dependent on what people want. If they want to see me play more multiplayer, or if I'm really liking the multiplayer and I want to play more, great. If not, we've got Sunset Overdrive to finish and review. We've got Parasite Eve to get back to, and we've got Tales of Exilia 2 to get back to. And I'm excited to get into all of those this week. This is going to lead into next week, where we're definitely going to have so much going on with all the new games coming out next week. There's no way I can cover them all. So we're going to have to weigh and balance what I want to do and kind of juggle it around. It's going to be a fun week, I think. So much so that there's no podcast next week or the week after. The same thing the week after with all the new games coming out. We're going to go into gaming overload for the rest of the year. And it's just out of control at this point. One last thing that I do want to say, and this will end the week in preview, is that I am currently in the planning stages of my parents visiting for Christmas. And what that means is Christmas week, which is going to be that week of Christmas, probably like Saturday to Sunday, my parents are going to be here visiting. Now, I've already told them I'm not going to be available the entire week. I can't take a whole week off and not put out any videos or do any streams. I understand that. The reason that you guys like my content a lot of the time, and the thing that keeps me pertinent, is that I'm always putting out new content. If I leave for multiple weeks, we're going to have the same situation we had back in the summer where I was gone for multiple weeks, and it was very hard for me to build back up my viewership after being away for a couple of weeks, okay? So, I'm going to try to balance gameplay with other content like my year-end series and everything for that Christmas week. But just a big warning to everyone, there's going to be less content than usual this year for Christmas because my parents are going to be visiting me. And at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a Christmas special. As much as I would love to say I want to plan a big Christmas extravaganza where I do musical numbers and everything like I've been doing the past couple of years, I don't know if that's going to come together this year because my parents are going to be here and we're going to undoubtedly want to be doing stuff together and eating together and having fun and celebrating rather than, oh, Phil has to make a video. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Okay, we will see what happens. I will let you know as we approach. If it's definite set in stone, I will let you know how that's going to affect my content. We'll see what happens as we get closer to it. I don't want to make any promises whatsoever to you guys, but at the same time, I want to let you know that it is going to be different this year, okay? All right, so that is it. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching the weekend preview, whether if it was live on stream or on YouTube. I am out for the night. No more content from me tonight. Take the time to watch the Evolve stuff, to watch the montage of Lords of the Fallen, to watch Sunset Overdrive, all the stuff I've been putting out over the past few days, because tomorrow we kick it into high gear with Call of Duty. I'm very excited to jump into it. That's why I'm resting up tonight to be ready for it tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. Okay, everyone, thanks very much. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for your duties. We'll do our duties tomorrow. Yes, I'll see you here for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare tomorrow, and hope you'll join me all this week. All right, thanks, everybody. Have a good night. See you later.